Welcome to the 7-day English Speaking Challenge. This is your chance to take your English speaking skills to the next level. Whether you're preparing for conversations, presentations, or just looking to sound more like a native speaker, this challenge is for you. Come back every day to complete the next part of the challenge and watch as your speaking skills grow stronger and more polished. By the end of these 7 days, you'll see massive improvement in your English fluency. Are you ready to start the challenge? 3, 2, 1. I shared a funny meme on Instagram yesterday. I shared a funny meme on Instagram yesterday. Do you follow influencers who post about travel? Do you follow influencers who post about travel? She commented on my post with a heart emoji. She commented on my post with a heart emoji. I can't stop scrolling through my TikTok feed. I can't stop scrolling through my TikTok feed. He went live on YouTube to talk about his new project. He went live on YouTube to talk about his new project. What's the best way to grow my audience on social media? What's the best way to grow my audience on social media? They tagged me in a photo from the event. They tagged me in a photo from the event. I love reading positive reviews on Facebook. I love reading positive reviews on Facebook. Can you send me the link to that blog post? Can you send me the link to that blog post? I just joined a group for book lovers on Facebook. I just joined a group for book lovers on Facebook. Social media is a great way to stay connected with friends. Social media is a great way to stay connected with friends. Have you ever shared a story on Snapchat? Have you ever shared a story on Snapchat? I spend too much time liking posts on Instagram. I spend too much time liking posts on Instagram. She uploaded a new video about her trip to Europe. She uploaded a new video about her trip to Europe. How do you feel about people oversharing on social media? How do you feel about people oversharing on social media? I started a new account dedicated to my art. I started a new account dedicated to my art. He always uses hashtags to get more engagement. He always uses hashtags to get more engagement. I'm thinking about deleting my old Facebook photos. I'm thinking about deleting my old Facebook photos. Social media trends change so quickly. Social media trends change so quickly. What's your favourite platform for networking? What's your favourite platform for networking? My sister and I talk on the phone every evening. My sister and I talk on the phone every evening. Do you spend a lot of time with your cousins? Do you spend a lot of time with your cousins? My best friend threw me a surprise birthday party. My best friend threw me a surprise birthday party. We always have family dinners on Sunday nights. We always have family dinners on Sunday nights. She is like a sister to me, even though we aren't related. She is like a sister to me, even though we aren't related. I share everything with my closest friends. I share everything with my closest friends. My parents support me in everything I do. My parents support me in everything I do. We often play board games together on weekends. We often play board games together on weekends. Do you and your friends ever argue about small things? Do you and your friends ever argue about small things? My uncle lives abroad, but we keep in touch online. My uncle lives abroad, but we keep in touch online. I love going hiking with my friends during the summer. I love going hiking with my friends during the summer. Family traditions are very important to me. Family traditions are very important to me. We take a family holiday every year. We take a family holiday every year. My friend gave me the best advice when I needed it. My friend gave me the best advice when I needed it. Have you ever met a friend you hadn't seen in years? Have you ever met a friend you hadn't seen in years? My brother loves playing video games all day. My brother loves playing video games all day. Friends are the family we choose for ourselves. Friends are the family we choose for ourselves. I can't wait to see my grandparents during the holidays. I can't wait to see my grandparents during the holidays. My cousin and I used to be very close when we were younger. My cousin and I used to be very close when we were younger. True friends are there for you in tough times. True friends are there for you in tough times. I love listening to live music at concerts. I love listening to live music at concerts. Do you play any musical instruments? Do you play any musical instruments? My favourite band released a new album last week. My favourite band released a new album last week. She's learning to play the piano in her free time. She's learning to play the piano in her free time. We watched a great comedy movie together last night. We watched a great comedy movie together last night. Have you ever been to a music festival before? Have you ever been to a music festival before? I can't stop humming the tune of that catchy song. I can't stop humming the tune of that catchy song. Do you like watching movies or TV shows more? Do you like watching movies or TV shows more? I enjoy reading reviews before choosing a movie to watch. I enjoy reading reviews before choosing a movie to watch. He collects vinyl records from classic rock bands. He collects vinyl records from classic rock bands. Have you ever tried karaoke with your friends? Have you ever tried karaoke with your friends? The documentary on wildlife was so fascinating. The documentary on wildlife was so fascinating. I always download songs for long road trips. I always download songs for long road trips. She loves watching dance performances at the theatre. She loves watching dance performances at the theatre. Do you subscribe to any streaming services? Do you subscribe to any streaming services? He plays the guitar in a local band on weekends. He plays the guitar in a local band on weekends. My favourite actor is starring in a new film this year. My favourite actor is starring in a new film this year. What type of music do you listen to while working? What type of music do you listen to while working? I enjoy attending open mic nights at local cafes. I enjoy attending open mic nights at local cafes. Watching comedy shows always lifts my mood. Watching comedy shows always lifts my mood. I love trying new recipes from different cuisines. I love trying new recipes from different cuisines. Do you prefer sweet or savoury snacks? Do you prefer sweet or savoury snacks? We baked a chocolate cake for my sister's birthday. We baked a chocolate cake for my sister's birthday. My favourite dish to cook is spaghetti with meatballs. My favourite dish to cook is spaghetti with meatballs. She always adds extra spices to her dishes. She always adds extra spices to her dishes. Have you ever tried sushi before? Have you ever tried sushi before? I enjoy experimenting with new ingredients in my cooking. I enjoy experimenting with new ingredients in my cooking. My grandmother makes the best homemade pies. My grandmother makes the best homemade pies. What's your go-to meal when you're in a hurry? What's your go-to meal when you're in a hurry? He loves grilling steaks during summer barbecues. He loves grilling steaks during summer barbecues. I learned to make pasta from scratch last week. I learned to make pasta from scratch last week. Have you ever been to a food festival? Have you ever been to a food festival? I enjoy sipping hot coffee on cold mornings. I enjoy sipping hot coffee on cold mornings. My family has a special recipe for chicken soup. My family has a special recipe for chicken soup. Do you prefer eating out or cooking at home? Do you prefer eating out or cooking at home? We love making smoothies with fresh fruit. We love making smoothies with fresh fruit. Breakfast is my favourite meal of the day. Breakfast is my favourite meal of the day. I can't resist freshly baked bread. I can't resist freshly baked bread. Do you enjoy spicy food? Do you enjoy spicy food? I'm planning to try a vegan diet for a month. I'm planning to try a vegan diet for a month. I'm planning a trip to Italy next summer. I'm planning a trip to Italy next summer. Have you ever travelled to a tropical island? Have you ever travelled to a tropical island? We love exploring new cities on foot. We love exploring new cities on foot. My dream destination is the Great Wall of China. My dream destination is the Great Wall of China. Do you prefer beach holidays or mountain adventures? Do you prefer beach holidays or mountain adventures? I always pack a book to read on long flights. I always pack a book to read on long flights. She enjoys visiting museums and historical landmarks. She enjoys visiting museums and historical landmarks. He's saving up to backpack across Europe. He's saving up to backpack across Europe. I need to renew my passport before our next trip. I need to renew my passport before our next trip. Have you ever stayed at a luxurious resort? Have you ever stayed at a luxurious resort? Travelling by train is such a scenic experience. Travelling by train is such a scenic experience. My favourite part of travelling is trying local food. My favourite part of travelling is trying local food. Do you prefer guided tours or exploring on your own? Do you prefer guided tours or exploring on your own? We booked a cosy cabin in the mountains for the weekend. We booked a cosy cabin in the mountains for the weekend. I love taking photos of beautiful landscapes. I love taking photos of beautiful landscapes. Have you ever gone camping in the wilderness? Have you ever gone camping in the wilderness? Packing light makes travelling so much easier. Packing light makes travelling so much easier. She writes a travel journal to document her adventures. She writes a travel journal to document her adventures. What's the most exciting trip you've ever taken? What's the most exciting trip you've ever taken? I'm looking forward to relaxing on the beach during our holiday. I'm looking forward to relaxing on the beach during our holiday. I read an interesting article about climate change today. I read an interesting article about climate change today. Do you follow the news regularly? Do you follow the news regularly? He watches the morning news while having breakfast. He watches the morning news while having breakfast. The local government announced new policies this week. The local government announced new policies this week. Have you heard about the recent discovery in space? Have you heard about the recent discovery in space? She prefers reading news online rather than watching TV. She prefers reading news online rather than watching TV. There's a debate about the effects of social media on society. There's a debate about the effects of social media on society. I like staying informed about global events. I like staying informed about global events. Did you see the headline about the latest tech innovation? Did you see the headline about the latest tech innovation? The economy is a popular topic in the news lately. The economy is a popular topic in the news lately. He's passionate about following environmental issues. He's passionate about following environmental issues. I enjoy listening to podcasts about current events. I enjoy listening to podcasts about current events. The sports team's victory was all over the news. The sports team's victory was all over the news. I subscribed to a daily newsletter for quick updates. I subscribed to a daily newsletter for quick updates. What's the most shocking news story you've heard recently? What's the most shocking news story you've heard recently? The local community organised a charity event last weekend. The local community organised a charity event last weekend. She enjoys watching documentaries about historical events. She enjoys watching documentaries about historical events. Did you hear about the recent breakthrough in medicine? Did you hear about the recent breakthrough in medicine? I always verify the facts before sharing news online. I always verify the facts before sharing news online. Following current events helps me stay engaged in conversations. Following current events helps me stay engaged in conversations. I have a meeting with my manager tomorrow morning. I have a meeting with my manager tomorrow morning. She's studying computer science at university. She's studying computer science at university. Do you prefer working in an office or remotely? Do you prefer working in an office or remotely? He just started a new job in marketing. He just started a new job in marketing. I enjoy taking online courses to learn new skills. I enjoy taking online courses to learn new skills. We have a deadline to complete the project by Friday. We have a deadline to complete the project by Friday. She teaches English to students from different countries. She teaches English to students from different countries. What's your favourite subject in school? What's your favourite subject in school? I need to prepare for my final exams next week. I need to prepare for my final exams next week. He presented his ideas during the team meeting. He presented his ideas during the team meeting. I always take notes during lectures to review later. I always take notes during lectures to review later. Have you ever attended a professional workshop? Have you ever attended a professional workshop? The company is offering training programs for employees. The company is offering training programs for employees. She's working on a research paper for her class. She's working on a research paper for her class. What's the most challenging part of your job? What's the most challenging part of your job? I prefer studying in the library because it's quiet. I prefer studying in the library because it's quiet. He got promoted to a senior position last month. He got promoted to a senior position last month. I enjoy collaborating with my colleagues on big projects. I enjoy collaborating with my colleagues on big projects. Have you ever applied for a scholarship? Have you ever applied for a scholarship? Learning new things keeps my work exciting. Learning new things keeps my work exciting. It's been raining all day, so I stayed indoors. It's been raining all day, so I stayed indoors. Do you prefer sunny or cloudy weather? Do you prefer sunny or cloudy weather? The forecast says it will snow tomorrow. The forecast says it will snow tomorrow. It's so hot outside. Let's stay in the shade. It's so hot outside. Let's stay in the shade. She loves the crisp air during autumn. She loves the crisp air during autumn. Have you ever experienced a thunderstorm? Have you ever experienced a thunderstorm? I always carry an umbrella in case it rains. I always carry an umbrella in case it rains. The weather is perfect for a picnic in the park. The weather is perfect for a picnic in the park. I enjoy watching the sunset on clear evenings. I enjoy watching the sunset on clear evenings. The wind is so strong today, it's hard to walk. The wind is so strong today, it's hard to walk. He's excited to build a snowman this winter. He's excited to build a snowman this winter. The temperature dropped below freezing last night. The temperature dropped below freezing last night. Do you enjoy listening to the sound of rain? Do you enjoy listening to the sound of rain? It's too humid today. I need a cold drink. It's too humid today. I need a cold drink. The sky is so blue and bright this morning. The sky is so blue and bright this morning. She hates getting caught in the rain without a jacket. She hates getting caught in the rain without a jacket. I love sitting by the fireplace during chilly evenings. I love sitting by the fireplace during chilly evenings. The weather report said there might be a heat wave. The weather report said there might be a heat wave. It feels like spring is finally here with all the flowers blooming. It feels like spring is finally here with all the flowers blooming. How often do you check the weather before going out? How often do you check the weather before going out? I love spending my weekends hiking in the mountains. I love spending my weekends hiking in the mountains. Do you enjoy painting or drawing in your free time? Do you enjoy painting or drawing in your free time? She relaxes by reading books in the evening. She relaxes by reading books in the evening. I always listen to music while cooking. I always listen to music while cooking. Playing board games with friends is so much fun. Playing board games with friends is so much fun. He enjoys gardening and growing fresh vegetables. He enjoys gardening and growing fresh vegetables. Do you like going to the gym or exercising at home? Do you like going to the gym or exercising at home? My favourite thing to do on Sundays is to watch movies. My favourite thing to do on Sundays is to watch movies. I love exploring new cafes and trying their coffee. I love exploring new cafes and trying their coffee. She spends hours creating handmade crafts. She spends hours creating handmade crafts. Do you enjoy playing sports like tennis or football? Do you enjoy playing sports like tennis or football? I find peace in meditating for a few minutes daily. I find peace in meditating for a few minutes daily. Watching sunsets by the beach is my favourite activity. Watching sunsets by the beach is my favourite activity. He's passionate about taking photographs of nature. He's passionate about taking photographs of nature. I enjoy volunteering for community service events. I enjoy volunteering for community service events. Baking cookies is a fun and relaxing hobby. Baking cookies is a fun and relaxing hobby. Do you prefer relaxing indoors or spending time outdoors? Do you prefer relaxing indoors or spending time outdoors? I love learning new languages in my free time. I love learning new languages in my free time. Visiting art galleries inspires me to be creative. Visiting art galleries inspires me to be creative. She enjoys spending time with her pets after work. She enjoys spending time with her pets after work. I'm planning to start my own business next year. I'm planning to start my own business next year. Do you have any goals you want to achieve this month? Do you have any goals you want to achieve this month? She's excited about moving to a new city for her job. She's excited about moving to a new city for her job. We're saving up for a family trip to Disneyland. We're saving up for a family trip to Disneyland. He's taking a gap year to travel the world. He's taking a gap year to travel the world. I'm thinking about enrolling in a photography course. I'm thinking about enrolling in a photography course. What are your plans for the weekend? What are your plans for the weekend? She wants to buy a house in the countryside someday. She wants to buy a house in the countryside someday. I'm working on building a healthier lifestyle for myself. I'm working on building a healthier lifestyle for myself. He plans to publish his first novel by the end of the year. He plans to publish his first novel by the end of the year. I hope to learn how to play the guitar soon. I hope to learn how to play the guitar soon. We're organising a charity event for next month. We're organising a charity event for next month. Do you plan to study abroad in the future? Do you plan to study abroad in the future? I'm excited about starting a new project at work. I'm excited about starting a new project at work. She's preparing to run a marathon this spring. She's preparing to run a marathon this spring. I want to create more time for my hobbies. I want to create more time for my hobbies. He's setting financial goals to achieve by next year. He's setting financial goals to achieve by next year. What's one thing you want to accomplish this decade? What's one thing you want to accomplish this decade? I'm planning a surprise party for my best friend's birthday. I'm planning a surprise party for my best friend's birthday. She dreams of opening her own restaurant someday. She dreams of opening her own restaurant someday. Can you help me with this problem? Sure, I'd be happy to help. What do you need? Is it going to rain today? Yes, the weather forecast says there's a high chance of rain. What do you usually do on weekends? I like to relax, watch movies, or spend time with friends. Do you exercise regularly? Yes, I go to the gym 3 times a week. Where do you like to go on holiday? I love going to the mountains for some peace and quiet. How often do you eat out? I eat out about once a week. Why do you prefer tea over coffee? Tea is gentler on my stomach. What's your biggest goal in life? My biggest goal is to start my own business. Are you coming to the party this weekend? Yes, I'm planning to attend. I'm looking forward to it. Will you help me with this project? Of course, I'd be happy to assist you. Have you tried the new restaurant in town? Yes, I went there last weekend and the food was fantastic. Can you explain that again? Sure, let me go over it one more time for you. Would you mind helping me with this? Not at all. I'll help you right away. How do you prepare for a presentation? I start by organising my ideas and practicing in front of a mirror. Do you know why she left early? I'm not sure, but I think she wasn't feeling well. How much time do we have left? We have about 10 minutes. Could you tell me your opinion on this idea? I think it's a great idea. It's innovative and useful. Will you join us for dinner tonight? Yes, I'd love to. What time are we meeting? Have you heard the latest news? Yes, I just read about it online. It's quite surprising. How do you manage stress? I take breaks, meditate, and exercise to help manage stress. Why do you think it's important to exercise? It helps keep both the body and mind healthy. Is it difficult to learn English? Yes, it can be challenging, but it gets easier with practice. Are you comfortable with using new software? It depends on the software, but I usually learn quickly. Can you handle difficult situations at work? Yes, I try to stay calm and find practical solutions. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I hope to have advanced in my career and be in a leadership position. How much experience do you have in this field? I have over 5 years of experience working in marketing. What would you do if you won the lottery? I would travel the world and then invest in starting my own business. Are there any good restaurants near here? Yes, there's a great Italian restaurant just down the street. What would you like to eat for lunch today? I'd like a sandwich with some fresh salad. Do you mind if I open the window? No, go ahead. It's a bit warm in here. How do you feel about working from home? I like it because it's more flexible, but I miss the social aspect of the office. What would happen if it rains tomorrow? We'd probably reschedule the outdoor event to the following weekend. How often do you check your emails? I check my emails a few times a day to stay updated. What's your opinion on online shopping? I think it's very convenient, but I miss the experience of shopping in person. When was the last time you tried something new? I tried rock climbing for the first time last month. It was exciting. Have you ever won a competition? Yes, I won a cooking contest once. It was a fun experience. What makes you excited? New challenges and opportunities always excite me. Is the weather usually like this in winter? No, it's usually colder and snowier during the winter months. Will you be available for a quick call later? Yes, I'll be free after 3 p.m. How does this app work? It works by scanning barcodes to help you find product prices and reviews. What's the best way to get to the airport from here? The fastest way is to take a taxi or use the airport shuttle. Do you like cooking at home or eating out more? I enjoy cooking at home because I can experiment with new recipes. Is it safe to walk alone at night in this area? It's generally safe, but I would recommend being cautious. Can I borrow your laptop for a few hours? Sure, just make sure to bring it back before the end of the day. Should we leave now to avoid traffic? Yes, I think it's a good idea. It's usually busy around this time. Could we meet later in the afternoon instead of the morning? Yes, that works better for me. Let's meet at 3 p.m. Will they accept the proposal if we make these changes? Yes, they should be fine with these adjustments. Is it common to drink coffee in the morning in your country? Yes, most people drink coffee as part of their morning routine. Are they still accepting applications for the job? Yes, the deadline is next week, so you still have time to apply. Should I call the doctor if I'm still feeling sick tomorrow? Yes, it's a good idea to call if you're not feeling better by then. Adorable. Adorable. Meaning cute and charming. Cute and charming. The little puppy is absolutely adorable with its fluffy fur and big eyes. The little puppy is absolutely adorable with its fluffy fur and big eyes. Bizarre. Bizarre. Meaning very strange or unusual. Very strange or unusual. She wore a bizarre outfit to the party with mismatched shoes and a hat made of flowers. She wore a bizarre outfit to the party with mismatched shoes and a hat made of flowers. Brilliant. Brilliant. Meaning very bright or intelligent. Excellent. Very bright or intelligent. Excellent. His brilliant ideas helped solve the problem in no time. His brilliant ideas helped solve the problem in no time. Chilly. Chilly. Meaning uncomfortably cold. Uncomfortably cold. It was a chilly morning, so I wore a thick jacket to stay warm. It was a chilly morning, so I wore a thick jacket to stay warm. Colourful. Colourful. Meaning full of colours, bright and lively. Full of colours, bright and lively. The painting was so colourful, it brought the room to life. The painting was so colourful, it brought the room to life. Delicate. Delicate. Meaning fragile or easily damaged. Refined. Fragile or easily damaged. Refined. The delicate flowers were carefully arranged in a vase. The delicate flowers were carefully arranged in a vase. Dizzy. Dizzy. Meaning feeling lightheaded or as if spinning. Feeling lightheaded or as if spinning. She felt dizzy after spinning around in circles for too long. She felt dizzy after spinning around in circles for too long. Enormous. Enormous. Meaning very large in size or amount. Very large in size or amount. The elephant was so enormous that it caught everyone's attention. The elephant was so enormous that it caught everyone's attention. Faint, faint, meaning weak or barely noticeable. Weak or barely noticeable. She heard a faint sound coming from the distance, but couldn't quite make it out. She heard a faint sound coming from the distance, but couldn't quite make it out. Fluffy, fluffy, meaning soft and light, like fluff. Soft and light, like fluff. The kitten's fluffy tail brushed against my face. The kitten's fluffy tail brushed against my face. Funky, funky, meaning strange or unusual in a cool way. Strange or unusual in a cool way. He wore a funky jacket with bright patterns and patches. He wore a funky jacket with bright patterns and patches. Generous, generous, meaning willing to give more than is usual or expected. Willing to give more than is usual or expected. She was generous with her time, always helping others in need. She was generous with her time, always helping others in need. Gloomy, gloomy, meaning dark, depressing or sad. Dark, depressing or sad. The gloomy weather made everyone feel tired and unmotivated. The gloomy weather made everyone feel tired and unmotivated. Grumpy, grumpy, meaning in a bad mood, irritable. In a bad mood, irritable. He was grumpy all morning because he didn't get enough sleep. He was grumpy all morning because he didn't get enough sleep. Handsome, handsome, meaning attractive in a well-groomed way, usually for men. Attractive in a well-groomed way, usually for men. The actor looked handsome in his suit during the premiere. The actor looked handsome in his suit during the premiere. Harsh, harsh, meaning severe or unpleasant. Severe or unpleasant. The harsh winter winds made it difficult to go outside. The harsh winter winds made it difficult to go outside. Horrible, horrible, meaning very unpleasant or terrible. Very unpleasant or terrible. The movie was so horrible that I left the theatre halfway through. The movie was so horrible that I left the theatre halfway through. Incredible, incredible, meaning very hard to believe, amazing. Very hard to believe, amazing. Her performance on stage was incredible. She sang with such power. Her performance on stage was incredible. She sang with such power. Innocent, innocent, meaning not guilty of a crime, pure or harmless. Not guilty of a crime, pure or harmless. The child looked innocent, but he had accidentally broken the table. The child looked innocent, but he had accidentally broken the table. Jovial, jovial, meaning cheerful and friendly, cheerful and friendly. He was in a jovial mood after receiving great news. He was in a jovial mood after receiving great news. Lively, lively, meaning full of life and energy, full of life and energy. The party was lively, with music and dancing all night. The party was lively, with music and dancing all night. Lonely, lonely, meaning feeling sad because of being alone, feeling sad because of being alone. She felt lonely in the big city, away from her family. She felt lonely in the big city, away from her family. Massive, massive, meaning very large in size or amount. Very large in size or amount. The massive building towered over the rest of the city. The massive building towered over the rest of the city. Mysterious, mysterious, meaning difficult to understand or explain. Difficult to understand or explain. The old house had a mysterious aura, as if it held many secrets. The old house had a mysterious aura, as if it held many secrets. Noisy, noisy, meaning making a lot of sound, making a lot of sound. The construction site was noisy, with constant hammering and drilling. The construction site was noisy, with constant hammering and drilling. Nostalgic, nostalgic, meaning longing for the past, longing for the past. The old photos made her feel nostalgic for her childhood. The old photos made her feel nostalgic for her childhood. Outrageous, outrageous, meaning very shocking or unreasonable, very shocking or unreasonable. The price of the concert tickets was outrageous, but I bought them anyway. The price of the concert tickets was outrageous, but I bought them anyway. Pale, pale, meaning lacking colour, usually because of illness or emotion. Lacking colour, usually because of illness or emotion. She looked pale after hearing the bad news. She looked pale after hearing the bad news. Peculiar, peculiar, meaning strange or unusual in a way that is interesting. Strange or unusual in a way that is interesting. His peculiar behaviour raised questions among his friends. His peculiar behaviour raised questions among his friends. Radiant, radiant, meaning bright and shining, usually with happiness or health. Bright and shining, usually with happiness or health. Her radiant smile lit up the entire room. Her radiant smile lit up the entire room. Rough, rough, meaning not smooth or even, difficult. Not smooth or even, difficult. The road was rough, making the ride uncomfortable. The road was rough, making the ride uncomfortable. Shiny, shiny, meaning glossy or reflective surface. Glossy or reflective surface. She wore shiny shoes that sparkled under the lights. She wore shiny shoes that sparkled under the lights. Smelly, smelly, meaning having an unpleasant odour. Having an unpleasant odour. The garbage bin was smelly after being left out for too long. The garbage bin was smelly after being left out for too long. Sparkling, sparkling, meaning shining with a bright reflected light. Shining with a bright reflected light. The sparkling water looked beautiful under the sun. The sparkling water looked beautiful under the sun. Spicy, spicy, meaning having a strong, hot flavour, often from chili peppers. Having a strong, hot flavour, often from chili peppers. The spicy food made my mouth burn, but I couldn't stop eating. The spicy food made my mouth burn, but I couldn't stop eating. Slight, slight, meaning small in degree or amount. Small in degree or amount. There was a slight change in the schedule, but it didn't cause much trouble. There was a slight change in the schedule, but it didn't cause much trouble. Slim, slim, meaning thin and slender. Thin and slender. She had a slim figure and always looked stylish. She had a slim figure and always looked stylish. Soft, soft, meaning pleasantly smooth or gentle to the touch. Pleasantly smooth or gentle to the touch. The soft fabric of the pillow made it impossible to stay awake. The soft fabric of the pillow made it impossible to stay awake. Sour, sour, meaning having a sharp, acidic taste. Having a sharp, acidic taste. The sour lemon made my mouth pucker. The sour lemon made my mouth pucker. Spacious, spacious, meaning having a lot of space, roomy. Having a lot of space, roomy. The new apartment was spacious, with plenty of room for all of my things. The new apartment was spacious, with plenty of room for all of my things. Sturdy, sturdy, meaning strong and solid, able to withstand pressure. Strong and solid, able to withstand pressure. The sturdy chair didn't wobble even when I sat on it. The sturdy chair didn't wobble even when I sat on it. Tense, tense, meaning showing anxiety or stress. Showing anxiety or stress. She was tense before her big presentation at work. She was tense before her big presentation at work. Tidy, tidy, meaning neat and organised, neat and organised. Her room was always tidy, with everything in its place. Her room was always tidy, with everything in its place. Vibrant, vibrant, meaning full of life and energy, bright in colour. Full of life and energy, bright in colour. The vibrant colours of the sunset made the sky look magical. The vibrant colours of the sunset made the sky look magical. Warm, warm, meaning having a comfortable or gentle heat. Having a comfortable or gentle heat. The warm sweater kept me cosy on the cold day. The warm sweater kept me cosy on the cold day. Weird, weird, meaning strange or unsettling. Strange or unsettling. He had a weird way of speaking that made people curious. He had a weird way of speaking that made people curious. Windy, windy, meaning characterized by a lot of wind. Characterized by a lot of wind. The windy weather made it difficult to walk outside without getting blown over. The windy weather made it difficult to walk outside without getting blown over. Wise, wise, meaning showing good judgment or experience. Showing good judgment or experience. The wise old man gave advice that changed my perspective on life. The wise old man gave advice that changed my perspective on life. Zany, zany, meaning amusingly unconventional or eccentric. Amusingly unconventional or eccentric. The comedian's zany antics kept the audience laughing all night. The comedian's zany antics kept the audience laughing all night. Zealous, zealous, meaning full of energy and enthusiasm for something. Full of energy and enthusiasm for something. She was zealous about her new project, working day and night to make it perfect. She was zealous about her new project, working day and night to make it perfect. Have a problem. Have a problem. Do you have a problem with the new schedule? Do you have a problem with the new schedule? Do your best. Do your best. Just do your best and everything will be fine. Just do your best and everything will be fine. Take a chance. Take a chance. He decided to take a chance and apply for the job. He decided to take a chance and apply for the job. Make friends. Make friends. It's easy to make friends in a friendly environment. It's easy to make friends in a friendly environment. Set an example. Set an example. Parents should set an example for their children. Parents should set an example for their children. Get ready. Get ready. We need to get ready for the presentation. We need to get ready for the presentation. Go for a walk. Go for a walk. They decided to go for a walk after dinner. They decided to go for a walk after dinner. Keep a secret. Keep a secret. Can you keep a secret about the surprise party? Can you keep a secret about the surprise party? Find a solution. Find a solution. We need to find a solution to this issue quickly. We need to find a solution to this issue quickly. Raise awareness. Raise awareness. The campaign aims to raise awareness about climate change. The campaign aims to raise awareness about climate change. Make a suggestion. Make a suggestion. Can I make a suggestion for our next project? Can I make a suggestion for our next project? Take a risk. Take a risk. Sometimes you need to take a risk to achieve great things. Sometimes you need to take a risk to achieve great things. Pay attention. Pay attention. Please pay attention to the instructions. Please pay attention to the instructions. Get dressed. Get dressed. Hurry up and get dressed for school. Hurry up and get dressed for school. Keep in touch. Keep in touch. Let's keep in touch after the conference. Let's keep in touch after the conference. Have a snack. Have a snack. I usually have a snack in the afternoon. I usually have a snack in the afternoon. Make a wish. Make a wish. Don't forget to make a wish before blowing out the candles. Don't forget to make a wish before blowing out the candles. Break the news. Break the news. She had to break the news about the accident to her family. She had to break the news about the accident to her family. Spend wisely. Spend wisely. It's important to spend wisely when shopping. It's important to spend wisely when shopping. Show respect. Show respect. Always show respect to your elders. Always show respect to your elders. Lose weight. Lose weight. He's trying to lose weight by eating healthy. He's trying to lose weight by eating healthy. Take notes. Take notes. Be sure to take notes during the lecture. Be sure to take notes during the lecture. Set an alarm. Set an alarm. Don't forget to set an alarm for the morning. Don't forget to set an alarm for the morning. Keep calm. Keep calm. Try to keep calm during the emergency. Try to keep calm during the emergency. Turn over. Turn over. Turn over the paper to see the questions on the other side. Turn over the paper to see the questions on the other side. Run the risk. Run the risk. If you ignore the warning signs, you run the risk of an accident. If you ignore the warning signs, you run the risk of an accident. Seek advice. Seek advice. It's wise to seek advice before making big decisions. It's wise to seek advice before making big decisions. Get approval. Get approval. You'll need to get approval from the manager for this plan. You'll need to get approval from the manager for this plan. Deep sleep. Deep sleep. I was in a deep sleep when the alarm went off. I was in a deep sleep when the alarm went off. Strong coffee. Strong coffee. I need a cup of strong coffee to wake up. I need a cup of strong coffee to wake up. Heavy rain. Heavy rain. The heavy rain caused flooding in the streets. The heavy rain caused flooding in the streets. Quick shower. Quick shower. I took a quick shower before heading to work. I took a quick shower before heading to work. High hopes. High hopes. She has high hopes for her new business venture. She has high hopes for her new business venture. Bright future. Bright future. He has a bright future ahead of him. He has a bright future ahead of him. Loud noise. Loud noise. The loud noise from the construction was distracting. The loud noise from the construction was distracting. Warm welcome. Warm welcome. We received a warm welcome at the hotel. We received a warm welcome at the hotel. Source of inspiration. Source of inspiration. Nature is a great source of inspiration for artists. Nature is a great source of inspiration for artists. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. The moment of truth arrived when they announced the results. The moment of truth arrived when they announced the results. Piece of advice. Piece of advice. Can I give you a piece of advice? Can I give you a piece of advice? Point of view. Point of view. Let's hear her point of view on the issue. Let's hear her point of view on the issue. Perfectly clear. Perfectly clear. The instructions were perfectly clear. The instructions were perfectly clear. Badly hurt. Badly hurt. He was badly hurt in the accident. He was badly hurt in the accident. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. This book comes highly recommended by critics. This book comes highly recommended by critics. Extremely important. Extremely important. It's extremely important to submit the form on time. It's extremely important to submit the form on time. Major decision. Major decision. Buying a house is a major decision. Buying a house is a major decision. Fresh start. Fresh start. Moving to a new city felt like a fresh start. Moving to a new city felt like a fresh start. Follow the rules. Follow the rules. You must follow the rules to participate in the competition. You must follow the rules to participate in the competition. Soft voice. Soft voice. She spoke in a soft voice to avoid waking the baby. She spoke in a soft voice to avoid waking the baby. High demand. High demand. This product is in high demand during the holidays. This product is in high demand during the holidays. Always remember. Always remember. I'll always remember this wonderful trip. I'll always remember this wonderful trip. A piece of cake. A piece of cake. Meaning, something very easy to do. Something very easy to do. The test was a piece of cake for her because she studied a lot. The test was a piece of cake for her because she studied a lot. Break the ice. Break the ice. Meaning, to initiate conversation in a social setting. To initiate conversation in a social setting. He told a funny joke to break the ice at the party. He told a funny joke to break the ice at the party. Burn the midnight oil. Burn the midnight oil. Meaning, to work late into the night. To work late into the night. She had to burn the midnight oil to finish her project. She had to burn the midnight oil to finish her project. Cost an arm and a leg. Cost an arm and a leg. Meaning, to be very expensive. To be very expensive. The new phone cost an arm and a leg. The new phone cost an arm and a leg. Under the weather. Under the weather. Meaning, to feel ill or sick. To feel ill or sick. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. Spill the beans. Spill the beans. Meaning, to reveal a secret. To reveal a secret. Don't spill the beans about the surprise gift. Don't spill the beans about the surprise gift. Once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. Meaning, very rarely. Very rarely. We only meet up once in a blue moon. We only meet up once in a blue moon. On the ball. On the ball. Meaning, to be quick to understand and react. To be quick to understand and react. He's really on the ball when it comes to solving problems. He's really on the ball when it comes to solving problems. Throw in the towel. Throw in the towel. Meaning, to give up. To give up. After several failed attempts, he decided to throw in the towel. After several failed attempts, he decided to throw in the towel. The tip of the iceberg. The tip of the iceberg. Meaning, the small visible part of a much larger problem. The small visible part of a much larger problem. What we know is just the tip of the iceberg. What we know is just the tip of the iceberg. Out of the blue. Out of the blue. Meaning, something unexpected. Something unexpected. He called me out of the blue after years of no contact. He called me out of the blue after years of no contact. Take a rain check. Take a rain check. Meaning, to postpone or decline an offer. To postpone or decline an offer. I can't make it to dinner tonight, but I'll take a rain check. I can't make it to dinner tonight, but I'll take a rain check. Actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. Meaning, what people do is more important than what they say. What people do is more important than what they say. He says he's sorry, but actions speak louder than words. He says he's sorry, but actions speak louder than words. On thin ice. On thin ice. Meaning, in a risky or precarious situation. In a risky or precarious situation. He's on thin ice after missing so many deadlines. He's on thin ice after missing so many deadlines. Better late than never. Better late than never. Meaning, it's better to do something late than not to do it at all. It's better to do something late than not do it at all. I finally finished the project. Better late than never. I finally finished the project. Better late than never. In the heat of the moment. In the heat of the moment. Meaning, acting impulsively without thinking clearly. Acting impulsively without thinking clearly. I said things I didn't mean in the heat of the moment during the argument. I said things I didn't mean in the heat of the moment during the argument. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Meaning, it's not difficult to understand. It's not difficult to understand. Setting up the app isn't hard. It's not rocket science. Setting up the app isn't hard. It's not rocket science. On cloud 9. On cloud 9. Meaning, feeling extremely happy or elated. Feeling extremely happy or elated. She was on cloud 9 after hearing the good news about her promotion. She was on cloud 9 after hearing the good news about her promotion. The ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. Meaning, it's your responsibility to take action now. It's your responsibility to take action now. I've done my part, now the ball is in your court. I've done my part, now the ball is in your court. A fish out of water. A fish out of water. Meaning, to feel uncomfortable or out of place. To feel uncomfortable or out of place. I felt like a fish out of water at my new job since I had no experience. I felt like a fish out of water at my new job since I had no experience. Go the extra mile. Go the extra mile. Meaning, to put in more effort than what's expected. To put in more effort than what's expected. They go the extra mile to ensure customer satisfaction. They go the extra mile to ensure customer satisfaction. In the nick of time. In the nick of time. Meaning, just in time, at the last possible moment. Just in time, at the last possible moment. I arrived in the nick of time to catch my flight. I arrived in the nick of time to catch my flight. Jump through hoops. Jump through hoops. Meaning, to go through a lot of effort or obstacles to achieve something. To go through a lot of effort or obstacles to achieve something. I had to jump through hoops to get the visa approved. I had to jump through hoops to get the visa approved. Read between the lines. Read between the lines. Meaning, to understand the hidden meaning. To understand the hidden meaning. His speech was full of hidden messages. I had to read between the lines. His speech was full of hidden messages. I had to read between the lines. Through thick and thin. Through thick and thin. Meaning, to support someone in good times and bad. To support someone in good times and bad. She's been with me through thick and thin. She's been with me through thick and thin. Up in the air. Up in the air. Meaning, uncertain or undecided. Uncertain or undecided. The details of the event are still up in the air. The details of the event are still up in the air. Your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. Meaning, I don't know any more than you do. I don't know any more than you do. When will the meeting start? Your guess is as good as mine. When will the meeting start? Your guess is as good as mine. Like two peas in a pod. Like two peas in a pod. Meaning, very similar or identical. Very similar or identical. The twins are like two peas in a pod. They look exactly alike. The twins are like two peas in a pod. They look exactly alike. In the same boat. In the same boat. Meaning, to be in the same difficult situation as others. To be in the same difficult situation as others. We're all in the same boat, trying to meet the deadline. We're all in the same boat, trying to meet the deadline. Drop the ball. Drop the ball. Meaning, to make a mistake or fail in something. To make a mistake or fail in something. I can't afford to drop the ball on this project. It's too important. I can't afford to drop the ball on this project. It's too important. In a nutshell. In a nutshell. Meaning, to summarize something in a few words. To summarize something in a few words. In a nutshell, the project is behind schedule and needs more resources. In a nutshell, the project is behind schedule and needs more resources. The last straw. The last straw. Meaning, the final problem or annoyance that causes someone to give up or snap. The final problem or annoyance that causes someone to give up or snap. That was the last straw. I can't take any more of his excuses. That was the last straw. I can't take any more of his excuses. A blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise. Meaning, something that seems bad at first, but turns out to be good. Something that seems bad at first, but turns out to be good. Losing that job was a blessing in disguise. It pushed me to pursue my dream career. Losing that job was a blessing in disguise. It pushed me to pursue my dream career. Change of heart. Change of heart. Meaning, a change in attitude or opinion. A change in attitude or opinion. He had a change of heart and decided not to sell his house. He had a change of heart and decided not to sell his house. Cut to the chase. Cut to the chase. Meaning, to get to the point without unnecessary details. To get to the point without unnecessary details. Let's cut to the chase. Are we going to the party or not? Let's cut to the chase. Are we going to the party or not? No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain. Meaning, you have to work hard for something you want. You have to work hard for something you want. It's tough getting fit, but remember, no pain, no gain. It's tough getting fit, but remember, no pain, no gain. Run out of steam. Run out of steam. Meaning, to lose energy or momentum. To lose energy or momentum. I usually run out of steam after a few hours of studying, so I take short breaks. I usually run out of steam after a few hours of studying, so I take short breaks. The best of both worlds. The best of both worlds. Meaning, to enjoy the benefits of two different situations. To enjoy the benefits of two different situations. Living in the city and working remotely gives me the best of both worlds. Living in the city and working remotely gives me the best of both worlds. Call it a day. Call it a day. Meaning, to stop working for the day. To stop working for the day. I've been working all day. I think it's time to call it a day. I've been working all day. I think it's time to call it a day. Leave no stone unturned. Leave no stone unturned. Meaning, to search thoroughly or explore all possibilities. To search thoroughly or explore all possibilities. We'll leave no stone unturned in our search for the missing keys. We'll leave no stone unturned in our search for the missing keys. Draw the line. Draw the line. Meaning, to set a limit or boundary. To set a limit or boundary. I don't mind helping, but I draw the line at doing everything for you. I don't mind helping, but I draw the line at doing everything for you. Face the music. Face the music. Meaning, to confront a difficult or unpleasant situation. To confront a difficult or unpleasant situation. It's time to face the music and admit that we've made a mistake. It's time to face the music and admit that we've made a mistake. Get the ball rolling. Get the ball rolling. Meaning, to start something or get it moving. To start something or get it moving. Let's get the ball rolling on this project. Time is running out. Let's get the ball rolling on this project. Time is running out. Under your nose. Under your nose. Meaning, something that is so obvious you might miss it. Something that is so obvious you might miss it. The answer to the puzzle was right under your nose the whole time. The answer to the puzzle was right under your nose the whole time. Water under the bridge. Water under the bridge. Meaning, something that has happened in the past and is no longer important. Something that has happened in the past and is no longer important. Yes, we had an argument, but it's all water under the bridge now. Yes, we had an argument, but it's all water under the bridge now. Cold shoulder. Cold shoulder. Meaning, to intentionally ignore someone or treat them rudely. To intentionally ignore someone or treat them rudely. She gave me the cold shoulder after our disagreement. She gave me the cold shoulder after our disagreement. The whole 9 yards. The whole 9 yards. Meaning, everything possible or available. Everything possible or available. For her birthday, we gave her the whole 9 yards, presents, a cake, and a party. For her birthday, we gave her the whole 9 yards, presents, a cake, and a party. Back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. Meaning, to start something over again because the first attempt failed. To start something over again because the first attempt failed. The project didn't meet the deadline, so it's back to the drawing board. The project didn't meet the deadline, so it's back to the drawing board. Every cloud has a silver lining. Every cloud has a silver lining. Meaning, there is something positive in every bad situation. There is something positive in every bad situation. I know you're sad about the move, but remember, every cloud has a silver lining. I know you're sad about the move, but remember, every cloud has a silver lining. On the same wavelength. On the same wavelength. Meaning, to understand and think in the same way as someone else. To understand and think in the same way as someone else. We've been working together for years, so we're on the same wavelength. We've been working together for years, so we're on the same wavelength. Embark on. Embark on. Meaning, to start a new project or journey. To start a new project or journey. She decided to embark on a new adventure to improve her language skills. She decided to embark on a new adventure to improve her language skills. Frown upon. Frown upon. Meaning, to disapprove of something. To disapprove of something. Many people frown upon cheating in academic settings. Many people frown upon cheating in academic settings. Dwell on. Dwell on. Meaning, to think or talk about something for too long. To think or talk about something for too long. Try not to dwell on past mistakes. Focus on the future. Try not to dwell on past mistakes. Focus on the future. Iron out. Iron out. Meaning, to resolve problems or difficulties. To resolve problems or difficulties. They had a meeting to iron out the final details of the project. They had a meeting to iron out the final details of the project. Zone in on. Zone in on. Meaning, to focus attention on something. To focus attention on something. The team decided to zone in on the most critical issues during the meeting. The team decided to zone in on the most critical issues during the meeting. Pore over. Pore over. Meaning, to study something carefully. To study something carefully. He sat at the desk, ready to pore over the financial reports for the meeting. He sat at the desk, ready to pore over the financial reports for the meeting. Level with. Level with. Meaning, to be honest with someone. To be honest with someone. I need to level with you about the risks involved in this plan. I need to level with you about the risks involved in this plan. Zero in on. Zero in on. Meaning, to identify and focus on something specific. To identify and focus on something specific. The detective was able to zero in on the suspect after reviewing all the evidence. The detective was able to zero in on the suspect after reviewing all the evidence. Root out. Root out. Meaning, to eliminate or find the source of a problem. To eliminate or find the source of a problem. The company is working hard to root out any inefficiencies in its production process. The company is working hard to root out any inefficiencies in its production process. Delve into. Delve into. Meaning, to investigate or explore something deeply. To investigate or explore something deeply. The researcher will delve into the data to uncover new insights. The researcher will delve into the data to uncover new insights. Brush up on. Brush up on. Meaning, to improve or refresh knowledge or skills. To improve or refresh knowledge or skills. She decided to brush up on her Spanish before the trip to Mexico. She decided to brush up on her Spanish before the trip to Mexico. Reckon with. Reckon with. Meaning, to consider or deal with a challenging situation. To consider or deal with a challenging situation. Climate change is a force we must all reckon with. Climate change is a force we must all reckon with. Phase out. Phase out. Meaning, to gradually stop using something. To gradually stop using something. The company plans to phase out its old software over the next year. The company plans to phase out its old software over the next year. Opt for. Opt for. Meaning, to choose or select something. To choose or select something. She decided to opt for the vegetarian meal at the restaurant. She decided to opt for the vegetarian meal at the restaurant. Sum up. Sum up. Meaning, to summarize or briefly describe something. To summarize or briefly describe something. To sum up the meeting, we agreed on the key goals for the project. To sum up the meeting, we agreed on the key goals for the project. Vouch for. Vouch for. Meaning, to confirm the truth or reliability of someone, something. To confirm the truth or reliability of someone, something. I can vouch for his honesty and professionalism. I can vouch for his honesty and professionalism. Hit upon. Hit upon. Meaning, to discover or think of something by chance. To discover or think of something by chance. They hit upon the perfect solution during the brainstorming session. They hit upon the perfect solution during the brainstorming session. Pitch in. Pitch in. Meaning, to contribute or help with something. To contribute or help with something. We all decided to pitch in and raise money for the charity event. We all decided to pitch in and raise money for the charity event. Latch onto. Latch onto. Meaning, to become very interested in or attached to something. To become very interested in or attached to something. He was quick to latch onto the new trend and started following it immediately. He was quick to latch onto the new trend and started following it immediately. Factor in. Factor in. Meaning, to include or consider something as part of a calculation. To include or consider something as part of a calculation. We need to factor in the cost of materials before finalising the budget. We need to factor in the cost of materials before finalising the budget. Break down. Break down. Meaning, to explain something in detail. To explain something in detail. Can you break down the process for me step by step? Can you break down the process for me step by step? Map out. Map out. Meaning, to plan something in detail. To plan something in detail. We need to map out our marketing strategy for the next quarter. We need to map out our marketing strategy for the next quarter. Size up. Size up. Meaning, to evaluate or assess a situation or person. To evaluate or assess a situation or person. Before making a decision, she took a moment to size up the situation. Before making a decision, she took a moment to size up the situation. Gloss over. Gloss over. Meaning, to avoid discussing or emphasizing something unpleasant. To avoid discussing or emphasizing something unpleasant. The manager chose to gloss over the issue during the meeting to avoid conflict. The manager chose to gloss over the issue during the meeting to avoid conflict. Stumble upon. Stumble upon. Meaning, to find something by accident. To find something by accident. I was walking through the park when I happened to stumble upon an old friend. I was walking through the park when I happened to stumble upon an old friend. Lean on. Lean on. Meaning, to rely on someone for support. To rely on someone for support. During difficult times, it's important to have someone you can lean on for support. During difficult times, it's important to have someone you can lean on for support. Weigh in on. Weigh in on. Meaning, to give an opinion or advice on a topic. To give an opinion or advice on a topic. The experts were invited to weigh in on the new policy during the meeting. The experts were invited to weigh in on the new policy during the meeting. Plough through. Plough through. Meaning, to work through something difficult or tedious. To work through something difficult or tedious. She had to plough through a stack of paperwork before the end of the day. She had to plough through a stack of paperwork before the end of the day. Stick to. Stick to. Meaning, to continue doing something. To continue doing something. It's important to stick to the plan if we want to finish the project on time. It's important to stick to the plan if we want to finish the project on time. Drag on. Drag on. meaning to continue for too long. To continue for too long. The meeting seemed to drag on for hours without reaching a conclusion. The meeting seemed to drag on for hours without reaching a conclusion. Boil down to. Boil down to. Meaning to be the main point or essence of something. To be the main point or essence of something. The problem seems to boil down to poor time management. The problem seems to boil down to poor time management. Zone out. Zone out. Meaning to lose focus or attention. To lose focus or attention. I tend to zone out during long meetings. I tend to zone out during long meetings. Double down on. Double down on. Meaning to increase commitment to a strategy. To increase commitment to a strategy. After the initial failure, she decided to double down on her efforts to improve the project. After the initial failure, she decided to double down on her efforts to improve the project. Hold back. Hold back. Meaning to hesitate or restrain oneself. To hesitate or restrain oneself. He tried to hold back his excitement when he received the good news. He tried to hold back his excitement when he received the good news. Snap up. Snap up. Meaning to quickly buy or take something. To quickly buy or take something. She was quick to snap up the last ticket to the concert. She was quick to snap up the last ticket to the concert. Track down. Track down. Meaning to find or locate something. To find or locate something. The investigator managed to track down the missing documents. The investigator managed to track down the missing documents. Chip in. Chip in. Meaning to contribute to something. To contribute to something. Everyone agreed to chip in to buy a gift for their colleague's birthday. Everyone agreed to chip in to buy a gift for their colleague's birthday. Wade through. Wade through. Meaning to get through something tedious. To get through something tedious. I had to wade through a pile of emails to find the information I needed. I had to wade through a pile of emails to find the information I needed. Clam up. Clam up. Meaning to suddenly stop talking. To suddenly stop talking. He tends to clam up whenever someone asks him about his personal life. He tends to clam up whenever someone asks him about his personal life. Hinge on. Hinge on. Meaning to depend entirely on something. To depend entirely on something. The success of the project will hinge on securing adequate funding. The success of the project will hinge on securing adequate funding. Throw off. Throw off. Meaning To confuse or mislead someone. To confuse or mislead someone. Mistakes like that can throw off the entire schedule if not corrected quickly. Mistakes like that can throw off the entire schedule if not corrected quickly. Dive into. Dive into. Meaning, to start something with enthusiasm and focus. To start something with enthusiasm and focus. She decided to dive into the new project with enthusiasm and determination. She decided to dive into the new project with enthusiasm and determination. Rake in. Rake in. Meaning, to earn a large amount of money. To earn a large amount of money. The company expects to rake in significant profits during the holiday season. The company expects to rake in significant profits during the holiday season. Bottle up. Bottle up. Meaning, to suppress or hide emotions. To suppress or hide emotions. He tends to bottle up his feelings instead of expressing them. He tends to bottle up his feelings instead of expressing them. Flag down. Flag down. Meaning, to signal someone to stop, usually a vehicle. To signal someone to stop, usually a vehicle. We managed to flag down a taxi in the pouring rain. We managed to flag down a taxi in the pouring rain. Sift through. Sift through. Meaning, to examine something thoroughly, especially information or objects. To examine something thoroughly, especially information or objects. The journalist had to sift through hundreds of documents to uncover the truth. The journalist had to sift through hundreds of documents to uncover the truth. Spruce up. Spruce up. Meaning, to make something look cleaner or more attractive. To make something look cleaner or more attractive. They decided to spruce up the living room with a fresh coat of paint and new furniture. They decided to spruce up the living room with a fresh coat of paint and new furniture. Ease off. Ease off. Meaning, to reduce in intensity or pressure. To reduce in intensity or pressure. The rain started to ease off by the time we left the restaurant. The rain started to ease off by the time we left the restaurant. Play up. Play up. Meaning, to exaggerate or emphasize something. To exaggerate or emphasize something. The children tend to play up when they are tired and hungry. The children tend to play up when they are tired and hungry. Roll out. Roll out. Meaning, to launch or introduce something, especially a product or plan. To launch or introduce something, especially a product or plan. The company plans to roll out the new software update next week. The company plans to roll out the new software update next week. I meticulously organise my schedule to ensure productivity throughout the day. I meticulously organise my schedule to ensure productivity throughout the day. The coffee shop on the corner brews the most aromatic espresso I've ever tasted. The coffee shop on the corner brews the most aromatic espresso I've ever tasted. She relies on a digital planner to manage her daily commitments efficiently. She relies on a digital planner to manage her daily commitments efficiently. Taking a brisk walk every morning has become an essential part of my routine. Taking a brisk walk every morning has become an essential part of my routine. I can't help but admire the intricate craftsmanship of handmade furniture. I can't help but admire the intricate craftsmanship of handmade furniture. If I don't respond to emails promptly, they quickly pile up and become overwhelming. If I don't respond to emails promptly, they quickly pile up and become overwhelming. The neighbourhood has evolved significantly over the past decade, becoming more vibrant. The neighbourhood has evolved significantly over the past decade, becoming more vibrant. Preparing balanced meals is something I prioritise for maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Preparing balanced meals is something I prioritise for maintaining a healthy lifestyle. He sets aside 30 minutes each evening to reflect on his achievements and plans. He sets aside 30 minutes each evening to reflect on his achievements and plans. Tidying up my workspace before starting a task helps me focus better. Tidying up my workspace before starting a task helps me focus better. Engaging in meaningful conversations often requires active listening and empathy. Engaging in meaningful conversations often requires active listening and empathy. She has a knack for putting people at ease, no matter how tense the situation. She has a knack for putting people at ease, no matter how tense the situation. Networking events can be daunting, but they are invaluable for career growth. Networking events can be daunting, but they are invaluable for career growth. His ability to navigate complex social dynamics is truly impressive. His ability to navigate complex social dynamics is truly impressive. Sometimes a simple smile can dissolve even the thickest tension in a room. Sometimes a simple smile can dissolve even the thickest tension in a room. Building trust takes time, but it is the foundation of any strong relationship. Building trust takes time, but it is the foundation of any strong relationship. They made a concerted effort to include everyone in the discussion. They made a concerted effort to include everyone in the discussion. Maintaining eye contact during a conversation shows respect and interest. Maintaining eye contact during a conversation shows respect and interest. Offering constructive feedback is a skill that requires both honesty and tact. Offering constructive feedback is a skill that requires both honesty and tact. She excels at diffusing conflicts with her calm and thoughtful approach. She excels at diffusing conflicts with her calm and thoughtful approach. The professor's lectures are so engaging that students rarely miss a class. The professor's lectures are so engaging that students rarely miss a class. Mastering a new language requires consistent practice and a willingness to make mistakes. Mastering a new language requires consistent practice and a willingness to make mistakes. He's delving into quantum physics, a field that fascinates him endlessly. He's delving into quantum physics, a field that fascinates him endlessly. Group projects can be challenging but offer valuable lessons in teamwork. Group projects can be challenging but offer valuable lessons in teamwork. Her dedication to lifelong learning is evident in her diverse skill set. Her dedication to lifelong learning is evident in her diverse skill set. Critical thinking is an essential skill that education should emphasize more. Critical thinking is an essential skill that education should emphasize more. She reads extensively to expand her understanding of various cultures. She reads extensively to expand her understanding of various cultures. Preparing for the exam involved weeks of intensive study and revision. Preparing for the exam involved weeks of intensive study and revision. The library's serene atmosphere makes it an ideal place for focused learning. The library's serene atmosphere makes it an ideal place for focused learning. Participating in debates has improved my ability to articulate complex ideas. Participating in debates has improved my ability to articulate complex ideas. Balancing multiple deadlines requires meticulous planning and prioritization. Balancing multiple deadlines requires meticulous planning and prioritization. She thrives in high-pressure environments, consistently delivering outstanding results. She thrives in high-pressure environments, consistently delivering outstanding results. Networking is not just about meeting people, but cultivating genuine connections. Networking is not just about meeting people, but cultivating genuine connections. The success of the project hinged on seamless collaboration among team members. The success of the project hinged on seamless collaboration among team members. His innovative approach to problem solving sets him apart from his peers. His innovative approach to problem solving sets him apart from his peers. Effective communication is the cornerstone of any successful business relationship. Effective communication is the cornerstone of any successful business relationship. The meeting was productive, yielding actionable insights for the upcoming quarter. The meeting was productive, yielding actionable insights for the upcoming quarter. They implemented a new strategy that significantly boosted team morale. They implemented a new strategy that significantly boosted team morale. Working remotely has redefined traditional notions of productivity and teamwork. Working remotely has redefined traditional notions of productivity and teamwork. Professional growth often requires stepping outside one's comfort zone. Professional growth often requires stepping outside one's comfort zone. Exploring ancient ruins allows you to step back in time and imagine a bygone era. Exploring ancient ruins allows you to step back in time and imagine a bygone era. She finds immense joy in discovering hidden gems off the beaten path. She finds immense joy in discovering hidden gems off the beaten path. The breathtaking view from the mountain summit made the arduous climb worthwhile. The breathtaking view from the mountain summit made the arduous climb worthwhile. Travelling teaches you adaptability, especially when plans don't go as expected. Travelling teaches you adaptability, especially when plans don't go as expected. Immersing yourself in local cultures enriches your travel experience immeasurably. Immersing yourself in local cultures enriches your travel experience immeasurably. He enjoys documenting his adventures through vivid photography and storytelling. He enjoys documenting his adventures through vivid photography and storytelling. The journey was challenging, but the experiences gained were unparalleled. The journey was challenging, but the experiences gained were unparalleled. A well-planned itinerary ensures you make the most of your travels. A well-planned itinerary ensures you make the most of your travels. Venturing into the wilderness requires both preparation and respect for nature. Venturing into the wilderness requires both preparation and respect for nature. Each trip broadens your horizons, offering new perspectives on life. Each trip broadens your horizons, offering new perspectives on life. Artificial intelligence is rapidly transforming industries and reshaping the future. Artificial intelligence is rapidly transforming industries and reshaping the future. She is fascinated by the ethical implications of advancements in biotechnology. She is fascinated by the ethical implications of advancements in biotechnology. Cybersecurity has become a critical concern in an increasingly connected world. Cybersecurity has become a critical concern in an increasingly connected world. The advent of 5G technology is revolutionizing the way we communicate. The advent of 5G technology is revolutionizing the way we communicate. His startup is at the forefront of developing sustainable energy solutions. His startup is at the forefront of developing sustainable energy solutions. Virtual reality offers immersive experiences that were once unimaginable. Virtual reality offers immersive experiences that were once unimaginable. Automation is streamlining processes but raising concerns about job displacement. Automation is streamlining processes but raising concerns about job displacement. The pace of technological progress often outstrips our ability to regulate it. The pace of technological progress often outstrips our ability to regulate it. E-learning platforms have democratized access to quality education globally. E-learning platforms have democratized access to quality education globally. Blockchain technology promises unprecedented transparency and security. Blockchain technology promises unprecedented transparency and security. Preserving biodiversity is essential for maintaining ecological balance. Preserving biodiversity is essential for maintaining ecological balance. The lush green forests were a stark contrast to the arid desert we had just left. The lush green forests were a stark contrast to the arid desert we had just left. Climate change is accelerating at an alarming rate, demanding immediate action. Climate change is accelerating at an alarming rate, demanding immediate action. She volunteers at an organisation dedicated to protecting marine ecosystems. She volunteers at an organisation dedicated to protecting marine ecosystems. The beauty of a starry night sky is a humbling reminder of our place in the universe. The beauty of a starry night sky is a humbling reminder of our place in the universe. Sustainable practices are crucial for ensuring the well-being of future generations. Sustainable practices are crucial for ensuring the well-being of future generations. He is passionate about planting trees to combat deforestation in his community. He is passionate about planting trees to combat deforestation in his community. Watching the sunrise over the ocean was a profoundly spiritual experience. Watching the sunrise over the ocean was a profoundly spiritual experience. The interconnectedness of all living things is a fundamental principle of ecology. The interconnectedness of all living things is a fundamental principle of ecology. Advocating for renewable energy is an integral part of combating climate change. Advocating for renewable energy is an integral part of combating climate change. Regular exercise boosts physical health and enhances mental well-being. Regular exercise boosts physical health and enhances mental well-being. She follows a balanced diet, rich in whole grains, vegetables, and lean protein. She follows a balanced diet, rich in whole grains, vegetables, and lean protein. Yoga helps in cultivating mindfulness while improving flexibility and strength. Yoga helps in cultivating mindfulness while improving flexibility and strength. Staying hydrated is a simple yet often overlooked aspect of good health. Staying hydrated is a simple yet often overlooked aspect of good health. The doctor emphasized the importance of getting at least 7 hours of sleep nightly. The doctor emphasized the importance of getting at least 7 hours of sleep nightly. Stress management techniques such as meditation are vital for mental health. Stress management techniques, such as meditation, are vital for mental health. He adopted a fitness routine that combines cardio, strength training, and stretching. He adopted a fitness routine that combines cardio, strength training, and stretching. Preventive care plays a crucial role in avoiding chronic health issues. Preventive care plays a crucial role in avoiding chronic health issues. Outdoor activities like hiking provide both exercise and a connection to nature. Outdoor activities like hiking provide both exercise and a connection to nature. Maintaining a positive mindset significantly influences overall well-being. Maintaining a positive mindset significantly influences overall well-being. Expressing gratitude regularly strengthens relationships and fosters happiness. Expressing gratitude regularly strengthens relationships and fosters happiness. Empathy is the key to resolving conflicts and building deeper connections. Empathy is the key to resolving conflicts and building deeper connections. Navigating difficult conversations requires both courage and sensitivity. Navigating difficult conversations requires both courage and sensitivity. She radiates positivity, uplifting everyone around her with her cheerful demeanour. She radiates positivity, uplifting everyone around her with her cheerful demeanour. Loneliness can be alleviated by cultivating meaningful connections with others. Loneliness can be alleviated by cultivating meaningful connections with others. Forgiveness is more about freeing yourself than absolving the other person. Forgiveness is more about freeing yourself than absolving the other person. He struggled to articulate his feelings, but eventually found the right words. He struggled to articulate his feelings, but eventually found the right words. Trust is a delicate thing, easy to lose, but difficult to rebuild. Trust is a delicate thing, easy to lose, but difficult to rebuild. Spending quality time together is more valuable than exchanging expensive gifts. Spending quality time together is more valuable than exchanging expensive gifts. Resilience is developed through enduring and overcoming emotional challenges. Resilience is developed through enduring and overcoming emotional challenges. Setting specific, measurable goals is the first step towards achieving success. Setting specific, measurable goals is the first step towards achieving success. She's determined to turn her passion for art into a sustainable career. She's determined to turn her passion for art into a sustainable career. The road to success is often paved with perseverance and adaptability. The road to success is often paved with perseverance and adaptability. His long-term vision includes making a positive impact on his community. His long-term vision includes making a positive impact on his community. Overcoming obstacles along the way made the achievement all the more rewarding. Overcoming obstacles along the way made the achievement all the more rewarding. Pursuing your dreams often requires taking calculated risks and facing uncertainty. Pursuing your dreams often requires taking calculated risks and facing uncertainty. She derives immense satisfaction from mentoring others to achieve their potential. She derives immense satisfaction from mentoring others to achieve their potential. Visualizing your goals can help you stay motivated and focused. Visualizing your goals can help you stay motivated and focused. He's dedicated to continuous improvement, both personally and professionally. He's dedicated to continuous improvement, both personally and professionally. Remember that success is a journey, not just a destination. Remember that success is a journey, not just a destination.